Okay, this is going to be a sort of one-handed attempt to get this off, but I think that given on the weight of it, it shouldn't be so bad. That's one way to get it off, I suppose. Okay, so you'll see in a minute why this is coming off. This gives me a sense of the height of it too while it's on the ground. Okay, so I'm going to take this, come forward a little bit, lift it, push it forward on the top rails, and then slide it up on the top rails. That's the theory. Let's see how it goes. Okay, this I don't think I'm too close to the tipping point, but the trailer could probably be raised up in the front a little bit more, and hopefully I don't have to do this very much at all, ever. But you'll see in the next step where we're heading, if you don't get it already. A little noisy all of a sudden. So this is the objective here, was to switch the orientation of the coupe, so now I have it up at a little height. So for instance, this is holding the cell phone straight ahead of my eyes, about 6 foot. My eyes, I guess, are about 6 foot. So it puts everything at a very comfortable height to work on now. The next step is going to be putting the hardware cloth around on 3 sides. I'm going to see what I got to see for the 4th side. And of course, perfect use for a ratchet strap. So this is one that I have that's not used very often because it's kind of on the heavy duty side, and most often a little lightweight ones do the job just fine. But we just have that not terribly tightly held in place, but just enough to keep things from sliding off in the wind or something like that. And now, of course, I'll still have to start remembering to put chocks under the wheels so that the wind doesn't catch it. Okay, so off to hardware cloth and working with wire fence. Should be interesting. Just so you know, from here to here, no, excuse me, from here to here in the back, these are 30-inch pieces of wood, so you can see how they attach here. They're up 5/8 inches off of the ground, and then they come up 30 inches. This is tacked on at 30, comes down 3.5. So this is the hardware cloth that I have. This is 4 foot wide, 1/2 inch hardware cloth. So I'm going to do some math to see whether I should be using it in ribbons of 4 feet, or if I should just chop 2 feet off of it to work custom whatever the length is, the width that I need is, and see if I can go one wrap all the way around without a stop. That's the most secure, I suppose. Alright, we'll see how I make out. Bye-bye. So I'm just applying some hardware cloth, I should say, and I'm trying to keep it lined up on an edge here, somewhat. Of course, when I get over here, we're wandering a little bit, but that's going to have to do with trying to stretch this across this whole area. Hopefully this section will go easier. I think I may try a different approach, but I've got that stretched all the way around. I cut it to 30 inches, which will, well, I guess from here you can see. You can see I have it nailed down there, and stapled here. And the staples are really the perfect size for what I'm doing. And with the amount of staples I'm using, I'm sure there's nothing going to get in here. Alright, and I'm going to just, on the other end, figure a door out and cut out a hole when I need it.